What's good, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Go ahead, pull up a seat. Let's have a little chat, shall we? It should really be no secret to my community that me and XDefiant have a relationship similar to putting out a grease fire with water. It just doesn't mix well. However, that isn't stopping me from diving into Season 1 with an open mind because the preseason of XDefiant was just not it for me. Had a lot of issues, there were things that I just didn't like about it, and it left a sour taste in my mouth admittedly. So today, we're gonna dive into what Season 1 has to offer, see if the game is running better than it has, and then give my final opinions on it. So if that all sounds good, be sure to sub to the channel if you enjoyed today's video. And let's get on with it. Right, so let's talk about content, because I'll hand it to them. They're putting out more content than most AAA games do on launch. Starting off, we have the GSK faction making an appearance from Team Rainbow. And side note, I love how we got more Rainbow Six content through XDefiant and not for Rainbow Six Siege. You know, the game that's about Team Rainbow. I mean, I find it comical. The gadgets we have for the GSK faction are electrified barbed wire for area denial, we have Jaeger's ADS system to counter enemy devices, and then we have Blitz Shield to shine the surface of the sun at your enemies' faces. And that's not all, people, because they have a passive ability. The ability to not get insta-dinked by bullets when shot in the head. But hey, if that all sounds good, if you want the faction, that'll be 700k XP or $10. Pick your poison. Yeah, I was hoping that this crazy ass XP requirement would be lessened due to them changing the progression of the game in many different ways, but I guess not. And I assume that's why the $10 option is there, but why not just make it more accessible in the first place? I get it, it's a free-to-play game, get your money Ubisoft, you guys are obviously a struggling indie studio, but 700k XP for a faction, and most of us are still working on DedSec. It just seems a little too over the top, I would say. Next, let's talk about the maps. And they do mention on the website that we're getting a new map every month. Hey, that's great. A lot of maps that get released in shooter games tend to get boring after a little bit, so at least they're hitting us with some new maps every month. The one that's currently here right now is Clubhouse, and it's, well, it's Clubhouse. The layout of the map isn't terrible, and in some cases, it has a lot of potential to be a really good map with most modes. I'm kind of excited how it'll be with the bomb mode personally, but hey, I rated a solid 7 out of 10 so far, not too shabby. The next map is Rockefeller, and even though they said it's coming soon, I swear to God I played it already. It gets a 4 out of 10 for me. Then we have Daytona, which I don't even think is in the game yet. I haven't seen it, at least, so it looks fun though. Next, we have the brand new ranked mode that implements skill-based matchmaking in 4v4 matches with unique rule sets, as according to the website. In this mode, you'll also receive specific rewards depending on where you place. Low-key, I'm tempted to try this mode to see if I enjoy the game a little bit more than what I do now, which isn't much, if I'm being honest, but I'll get to that in a bit. And then to finish off the article, we have a 90-tier battle pass that allow you to unlock the 3 new weapons that they've brought to the game. Those are the LVOAC assault rifle, the L115 sniper rifle, otherwise known as the AWP, and then the sawed-off shotgun as a secondary. There isn't anything too crazy in the battle pass to write home about, honestly. You know, it's your standard run-of-the-mill cosmetics, MVP screens, so on and so forth. They also mentioned that they have starter packs and a GSK starter pack that'll unlock extra stuff if you choose to buy it. Y'all do with that what you will, because I'm gonna try to keep this game as free to play as possible. And that's about it. So, for my final thoughts, after spending maybe about, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours in Season 1, what am I thinking of it? Well, I think my hard drive is happier that it's about 40 gigs lighter now. I am not bullshitting you when I say that I've played games that were in an alpha state that felt and played better than XDefiant, and the fact that so many people stand this game and swear it's one of the best first-person shooters out there right now, just how? Don't get me wrong, okay? If you like the game, I'm happy for you. I really am. And I wish that you could tell me what you see in this game, because the only thing that I see in this game is it ending up in a trash can. I'm sorry, but when your goddamn cheater report button breaks after 1 report, when you say you're gonna address the jump spam when shooting then feels like you didn't, when the same issue of hit reg and desync still exists from day 1, and when the overall game doesn't feel like it's been improved with balancing changes or whatever the hell, there's no reason for me to continue wasting my time. You know, I took a lot of shit from people when I called this game mid all the way back in May, and it ended up being one of the most disliked videos on my channel. But until I can get a legit reason what people see in this game, until I can get a reason why this game feels as bad and plays as bad as it does, I don't recommend it. I can't recommend it. And I don't want to hear this whole, this is what the old COD felt like blackout, because I've seen that used as an excuse and I call bullshit to the highest degree. Now, I'm gonna play devil's advocate here because, god damn it, I don't want people to think that I'm just solely hating on this game, even though that's kind of what it sounds like now that I think about it. Mark did come out and say that he knows that the hit reg is an issue and that they're still fixing it. It says in a most recent post on X that they've been updating the netcode and hit reg in their patches, and that they've seen a bunch of people say that it's gotten better, but they also know that there's still more to do. Mark actually claims that the engine has never done anything like this before, so they're building the online experience from scratch, so to speak. And he rest assures us that this game is not made on a decades-old engine, but I don't know about that, Mark. I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't know about that. But yeah, at the end of it all, if you like XDefiant for what it is, good for you, you know? If it gives you another game to play and be happy with, by all means, play it. And maybe this is just a case of my standards being a little bit higher for my own taste, and that's probably getting in the way of me fully enjoying the game, whatever that means. But until they can get that main component of a first-person shooter nailed down, I don't think I'm gonna be revisiting this game anytime soon. But now I turn the mic to you. Let me know down below what you think about XDefiant. And while you're down there, be sure to smash that like button and uninstall that sub button. Also, YouTube can show you my content free of charge. And if you feel like supporting the channel just a little bit more, I have memberships as low as $1 a month that'll get you access to videos before anyone else, sneak peeks at the next video, and so much more. Shout out to the current members of the channel though. Y'all are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for your extra support. This is Sir Blackout signing off to, like, I don't know, man, just go play a different game, because I think that's what a lot of people are going to tell me in the comments anyways. So later.